a motion to suspend all council rules that require or contemplate in-person meetings and in-person voting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Can I have a roll call vote?
Absolutely. Swirsky,
Yes.
Freeman,
Yes.
Connor,
Yes.
Samples,
Yes.
McKittrick.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay. And then we also need to approve the minutes of our last meeting. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
And a vote?
Swirsky,
Yes.
Freeman,
Aye.
Connor,
Aye.
Samples, McKittrick.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, very good. We're going to start with a new ordinance. Mr. Luddle is here today to answer questions about and to talk about it. But let me read it into the for the record. Ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service without the formality of publicly advertising for bids to enter into a contract or contracts with Cleveland Valve and Gauge. I think it's Gauge or is a gauge for the emergency purchase of a 30-foot butterfly valve and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. It's a 30-inch valve.
30 inch, okay.
This is part of the CSO projects for racks 1011 down on Hazel and Wellington. We had to isolate the water line. We had to remove a section of this 30-inch line to do work. Well, the valve at Arlington and at Market was inoperable. Being that it was 93 years old, not surprising. So we actually had to replace that valve, and we purchased the valve, and then the work was done by the contractor. So that's what this legislation for is, for us to purchase the valve and then the contractor replaced the 30-inch butterfly valve.
Okay, do we have any questions from the committee? Or any questions from other council members? Okay, seeing that, Mr. Luddle, do you prefer that we suspend the rules and vote on this evening?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do I have a motion to do that?
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, and a vote?
Swirsky,
Yes.
Freeman,
Aye.
Connor,
Aye.
Samples,
Aye.
McKittrick.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have another new ordinance before us that I will be required to read in for the record. An ordinance authorizing the purchasing agent to enter into a contract without the formality of advertising for bids to purchase services and furnishings from High Touch Business Services, LLC, to workstations at the city's water reclamation facility, approving specifications therefore, and declaring an emergency. Mr. Luddle?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. In light of the social distancing and trying to move our workstations to separate our employees down at the water reclamation facility, we're purchasing these workstations that will also be installed for this price. High Touch Business Services was bought. They bought my office products, which we've used for years, and also we receive state minimum pricing from them for these products. So these workstations down at the plant will be for our application analysts, some of our operation foremen, engineering personnel that work down there, and our safety and training coordinator.
Okay. Do we have any questions from members of the committee? Or any questions from those other council people attending the meeting? Mr. Malik.
I just wanted to say, I know the folks down at the water reclamation facility often work long hours and long shifts, and I think it's important that we, make sure that they have the things to be able to do their job. So thank you.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Any other comments from either committee members or other members of council? I know that you referred to the benefits of this in light of the COVID crisis. So I'm pretty sure you want us to vote on this tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do we have a motion to suspend the rules and have a vote tonight? Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, and a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Samples. And now a vote?
Swirsky,
Yes?
Freeman,
Aye.
Connor,
Aye.
Samples,
Aye.
McKittrick.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, one more piece of legislation. Of course, it shrunk when I, here we go. Okay, one more piece of legislation I'll read in, and authorizing an ordinance authorizing the purchasing agent to enter into a contract without the formality of advertising for bids to purchase IPAC's annual software maintenance from Infotech and Consulting Inc. for use at the city's water reclamation facility and declaring an emergency. Mr. Ludlow?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of committee. Yes, this software is used by our industrial pre-treatment operation. We perform over 600 inspections a year, and we use this software to input all the data that is we need to report to the EPA by the 20th of each month. So we've been doing this for years, and this is just another piece of our operation down at the water reclamation facility.
Great, great. So any questions from community members? Any questions from other council members who are diligently attending this session? Okay, I'm going to ask for a vote. Mr. Little, I think you also want to have a vote to suspend the rules and pass this evening?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Okay, so let's have a vote then.
Swirsky,
Yes.
Freeman,
Aye.
Connor,
Aye.
Samples,
Aye.
McKittrick.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, very good. Is there any critical things that need to come before this committee? If not, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
thank you all very much for attending. Do I sound like an airline here?